back to winning ways, of course, over in the Bundesliga to maybe reboot the title race over in Germany's top flight. But can Bayern actually be stopped? We'll take a little look next. Today we look forward to match number 13 over in the Bundesliga, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you do, we win. Smash your subscribe, like, bang today. All things Bundesliga related, Papa Rose related. Woo! Football related. We're going to all here, boys. Under one Ruski. Of course, the race for the title probably is already over, but of course, the race for Champions League is well on track. We'll take a look at all the situations, of course, in just a second. Of course, big shout out to my VRPs. They're the patrons, guys. Thank you very much for your support. You know who you are. And of course, if you want to help us out, check out the link down below. Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, also Patreon as well. So here we go, boys. Let's take a look at how we all got on last time around in the Bundesliga, of course, as we enter the match day number 30, of course, back into the season. So here are the results. Stuttgart got beaten by Dortmund 2-0 win in the end. Back to winning ways for them. Bochum, though, massive draw against Leverkusen 0-0 in the end. Berlin, it was the battle of the Berlin. Of course, Hertha against Union Berlin. Of course, it is Union Berlin taking all 3 points quite substantially with a 4-1 win for them as well. Greuther Fürth up against Gladbach, 2-0 loss for Greuther Fürth. Big win for Gladbach, moving away from the bottom end of the table there. Frankie against Freiburg, taking the L on this one. Freiburg, big win for them, up to 5th in the table, within striking distance of top 4. Meanwhile, Leipzig with a 3-0 over Hoffenheim to maintain their top 4 ambitions themselves. Köln, 3-2 win over Mainz. And then, of course, Bayern with a 1-0 win over Augsburg, and Wolfsburg, 4-0 win over Bielefeld down the foot of the table. Let's take a look at what the table looks like. Yes, it is. Of course, Bayern with, of course, 69 points, 9 more than Dortmund. Of course, Leverkusen are into 3rd. It is a top 2 race there. The race, though, for 3rd and 4th is well on track, with Freiburg are just 4 points off of 3rd. As, of course, they tried to make a push for themselves. Hoffenheim into 6th, Union Berlin also into 7th. Köln having a fantastic season in 8th. Down the foot of the table, Greuther going to go down, if not down already. Hertha Berlin are down there as well. Bielefeld also in a bit of trouble. Stuttgart are in that relegation mire as well. You might even just throw in Augsburg for the mixer as well. But that's, of course, the state of play in the table. What about our own little table? This is, of course, the prediction league. Take a bow. Shepherd, 7 bins there. Frosty's up there with Kevin, Nanakem, Daddy Cool, Iman Hussein, Matt Kizangadi, James Great, Kostas K, and Biak Mola, and Funniest episode with 6. Big shout outs to you guys. Big shout out to the patrons, of course, kicking ass and taking it. So what about the mini leaderboard? This is, of course, for the back end of the season then, shall we? Hans Worst, 56 points. Frosty's up there, 55. And Anakin's up there in 3rd with 53. It could all change, though, guys. It could all change very, very much so. So make sure you keep predicting and get your name in lights. And, of course, this is the way to do it. Cut the Bundesliga. That is it. If you had or wrap a drum roll back there, that was just me. That was just me, guys. So let's take a look at it. Of course, these are the games coming at you this coming weekend. Of course, just the 1 games this weekend, of course, for Germany. Not like in England, where there's a bunch of them. But anyway, we're going to take a look at Bielefeld first, up against Bayern, of course, coming at you on Sonntag, April the 17th. Now, these two sides play each other 22 times in 1996, 3 wins to Bielefeld, 60 wins to Bayern, and 3 draws, of course. Bielefeld, though, without a win in the last 6 games, 8% form up against the Bayern side, just 1 defeat past 6 games, so 75% form heading into this game, though. Last round, though, in Bielefeld, it was a 4-1 win for Bayern back in, of course, October 2020. The reverse fixture in Bayern was a 1-0 win for Bayern back in November at the Allianz Arena. Of course, Bayern, though, with a 1-0 win over Augsburg last round. Of course, Bielefeld with a 4-0 loss against Wolfsburg. Bayern also in action against Villarreal. They could actually crash out of the Champions League if they were to draw or lose against Villarreal, of course. The odds, though, for this one, then, shall we take a look at it? Of course, we've got Bielefeld 21 for the 61 on is your Bayern, and 30-2 is your. Can Bayern lose this one? I don't think so. I don't think it's actually possible. 2-0 win in the end. Bayern to take the win on this one. Leverkusen up against Leipzig. Bit of a zinger chicken dinner, of course, coming at you on Sunday, April the 17th. Now, played 11 times, 2016. 2 for Leverkusen, 5 wins to Leipzig, and 4 draws, though. Leverkusen unbeaten the last 3, 42% form up against the Leipzig side. Unbeaten the last 12 games, of course, picking up 75% form over the last 6. That's 1-3 and drawn 3 heading into this game, though. Last time around, though, in Leipzig, it was, scrap that. In Leverkusen, it was a 1-1 draw back in September 2020. The reverse fixture, of course, in Leipzig was a 3-1 for Leverkusen back in November. That's probably Justin Marsh's days. Of course, Leipzig with a 3-0 win over Hoffenheim last time around. Leverkusen with a 0-0 draw against Bochum on the road. Bit of a surprise, that one, last time around as well. Of course, Leipzig in action up against Atalanta, of course, in the Europa League quarter-final stage as well. Look at the odds for this one. Leverkusen 70-10 for the victory, 5-2 is your draw, and 29-20 is your Leipzig on this one. Tight, airtight. Good to go with the win for the hosts here. 2-1 win for them to maintain their Champions League dreams. Dortmund up against Wolfsburg, of course. Locking horns coming at you on Saturday, or April the 16th. Now, these two sides played 51 times in 1997. 31 wins to Dortmund, 10 wins for Wolfsburg, and 10 draws as well. Just 1 defeat past 6 there for Dortmund right now. 67% form for them. Up against, of course, the Wolfsburg side. Just 1 win and 4 for them. 42% form over the last 6 heading into this game, though. Last time out at Dortmund at the Siegel Park. Of course, 2-0 win it was for Dortmund back in, of course, January 2021. Of course, the reverse fixture in Wolfsburg was a 3-1 for Dortmund back in November as well. Meanwhile, Wolfsburg 4-0 win over Bielefeld last time around, Dortmund with a 2-0 win over Stuttgart as they try to get back to winning ways and on quick succession as well. Dortmund, though, 2-1 on for the victory. 7-2 is your draw. 9-2 is your away win, of course. Back in, of course, Dortmund here, the yellow and black machine, 3-1 win for them at home. Take the 3 points, of course, keep the dream alive. Maybe, just maybe. Union Berlin up against, of course, Frankie, of course, taking place over in Berlin, aka the Ande Alten Forsterei. Played to the 12 times 2001, 1 for Union Berlin, 7 wins for Frankie, and 4 draws, of course. Just 1 defeat the past 4 games for Union Berlin, 58% form up against the Frankfurt side, just without a win in the last 6. However, 42% form, just 1 defeat past 6, drawing 5 games in the last 6 games. Meanwhile, of course, last round in Berlin was a 3-3 draw back in, of course, November 2020. The reverse fixture in Frankie was a 2-1 for Frankie back in, of course, November 2021. Of course, Union Berlin with a 4-1 win over Hertha Berlin last round. Meanwhile, Freiburg did pick up a 2-1 win over Frankfurt last round, which, of course, makes Frankfurt winless in 6. The odds on this one, then, shall we? We've got Union Berlin coming at you 23-20 for the victory, 25 is your draw, and 23-10 is your away win. Of course, going to go with the 1-win for Union Berlin to take the win on this one. And of course, Frankfurt take another L on this one. Mainz up against Stuttgart, of course, coming at you on Saturday, April the 16th. Now, these two sides, of course, play each other 29 times 2004, 10 was for Mainz, 13 was for Stuttgart, and 6 draws, of course. Just 1 and 6 though for Mainz right now. 25% form up against the Stuttgart side. 1-2 lost to and drawn 2 over the last 6. 50% form heading into this game. Last round though in Mainz, it was a 4-1 win for Stuttgart back in September 2020. The reverse fixture, of course, in Stuttgart was a 2-1 for Stuttgart back in, of course, November. Stuttgart are picking up, of course, a 2-0 loss against Dortmund last round. Mainz with a 3-2 loss against Köln last round. The odds, though, for this one, we got Mainz even Stevens for the victory, 5-2 is draw, and 13-5 is your away win. That is, of course, Stuttgart on this badger to take the points on here. What are we going for this one? Going to go with a Mainz victory here. 1-0 win for them at home. Stuttgart are in trouble, and they could actually go down. Augsburg up against Hertha Berlin. A bit of a zinger chicken dinner, of course, taking place, of course, on Saturday, April the 16th. And these two sides, of course, played 21 times to 2010. 3 wins to Augsburg, 8 wins for Hertha Berlin, and 10 draws, of course. Augsburg, though, what we're looking at here, 58% form, winning 3 of the last 5. Up against the Hertha Berlin side, just 1 win and 6 of them, 17% form heading into this game. Last round, though, of course, in Augsburg, it was a 3-0 win for Hertha Berlin back in November 2020. The reverse fixture in Berlin was a draw back in November 2021. Hertha Berlin, though, 4-1 loss against Union last round. Of course, Augsburg losing to Bayern last round, of course, this past weekend. Looking at the forward on this one, then 21-20 is your Augsburg, 12-5 is draw, 13-5 is your away win. Could go either way, very, very much so. Going to go with a 2-1 win, though, for Augsburg. Of course, boost their hopes and get themselves well out of that relegation discussion as well. Next up, of course, we have a bit of a derby as, of course, Mönchengladbach up against Köln. Of course, Gladbach having a bit of a shit season, Köln having a bit of a good one. Played 43 times in 1982, 25 wins for Gladbach, 11 wins for Köln, and 7 draws, of course. Just 1 defeat, though, the past 6 games, though, for Gladbach right now, 60% form up against the Köln side, 1-2 lost to and drawn 2 over the last 6, 50% form heading into this game. Last round, though, of course, in Gladbach was a 2-1 win for Köln. That's, of course, back in February 2020. On the reverse fixture in Köln was a 4-1 for Köln back in, of course, November. Köln picked up a 3-2 win over Mainz last round. Gladbach with a 2-0 over Greuther Fürth last round. The odds, though, for this one, we've got Mönchengladbach coming at you 20-20 for the 23-10 is your Köln, and 13-5 is your draw. Bit of a derby, this one. I think I'm going to give it a draw here, even though I want Gladbach to win to end their season strongly. There's still got a couple of winnable games and maybe make a push for the top half of the season. We'll see about that. Into the final 2 now, we have Freiburg up against Bochum, of course, coming at you on April the 16th as well, which is a Saturday. Now, these two sides played each other 21 times since 1994. 8 wins for Freiburg, 9 wins for Bochum, and 4 draws as well. Just 1 defeat past 6 of the games for Freiburg, 67% form for them right now. Up against, say, Bochum side, unbeaten the last 3, 58% form over the last 6 as well. Last time around, though, of course, over in Freiburg, it was a 3-1 win for Bochum back in, of course, August 2015. That was in the SpVgg Bundesliga. They also played each other this campaign in Bochum. In the league, it was a 2-1 win for Bochum back in, of course, November. They also played each other in Bochum in the DFB Pokal in the quarter-final stage. It was a 2-1 win for, of course, Freiburg way back when. Of course, Bochum with a 0-0 draw against Leverkusen. Of course, Freiburg with a 2-1 over Frankie last round. The odds for this one, though, shall we? 13-8 on is your Freiburg. Of course, 3-1 is your draw, and 4-1 is your Bochum on this one. Back, of course, Freiburg here with a 1-0 win for them to take the win and, of course, keep their dreams of Champions League alive. Fantastic season they're having this campaign. Hoffenheim over against Greuther Fürth. Let's take a look at this one then, shall we? Of course, played 11 times 2007, 5 wins to Hoffenheim, 3 for Greuther Fürth, and 3 draws, of course. Hoffenheim, though, what we're looking at here, 42% form for them without a win in 4 now. Up against our Greuther Fürth side, of course, just 1 win in 6 of them, 33% form heading into this game. Last round, though, over in Hoffenheim in the league, it was 3-3 draw back in, of course, October 2012. The reverse fixture in Greuther Fürth was 6-3 win for Hoffenheim back in, of course, November 2021. Of course, Hoffenheim with a 3-0 loss against Leipzig. Greuther Fürth with a 2-0 loss against Gladbach and haven't scored in back-to-back games. Of course, looking at the odds for this one then, shall we? What do we have? We have Hoffenheim 7-2 on for the victory, 5-1 is draw, and 50-2 is your Greuther Fürth. Going to go with a 3-1 for Hoffenheim here, take the win, of course, and move the chains. That's, of course, my picks for this weekend's action. Be sure to get your own picks as well. Cut the Bundesliga, and, of course, get your name in lights. Be sure to give the video some love in by smashing the thumbs up. It does wonders for the old algorithm. And also smash your subscribe if you're new, of course, to get more content just like this. Not just from me, but from other content creators out there. It will do wonders for the old algorithm indeed. But that's it, guys. Smash the thumbs up, smash the subscribe, drop a comment if you can. But until then, boys, we'll see you till then. We are safe, and make sure you are too.